Hello everybody and welcome to NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series Season 4 All-Star Weekend, live from M&M Super Speedway in Boston, Massachusetts. First up though, it is the All-Star Showdown. We already have some of our drivers already locked in as you saw earlier today. But now here the 31 drivers compete for 5 spots to transfer over to the All-Star race. Only the top 5 from this race will advance over to the All-Star race, and the others will have to go into the drawing for the 4 final spots. That drawing will come up after this race, so you might want to stick around. But first it is the Showdown, and now without further ado, let's go through the starting lineup. And starting in this, and let's start it right from here. In this row we have Alan Smith in the 33. And in this row we have Sarah Yitzhonk and George Rourke. In this row is Kyle Beck and Leah Walker. Then it's Gene Sanford and Jacob Lawler. Then Nick Parasols, Daniel Day. Then it's Luke Walker and Zach Robinson. Then Rod Houston and Mark Matthews. Then it's Michelle Summitti and John Radican. Then Scott Ferguson, David Rochester. This row is Colin McNaught and John McNamara. And then it's Makoto Iguchi and Marshall Rich. And then Angel Navarro and Stephen Puller III. Then we have Devin Whitston and Charles Roberts. Then it's Dylan Young and Mason Wood. And then it's Chris Harley and Rohit Vaidarbu. And then Alex Ragow and Kyle Sosnowski. And guess what? Sosnowski is on the pole for the Showdown race. And again, Ragow will start on his outside. So that's your lineup and the times are on the left of your screen. That is your lineup for the All-Star Showdown. Like I said, only the top 5 move on to the Showdown. The others will have to be selected via drawing coming up later after this race. So let's not wait any further and let's hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the cars are rolling off the track. No one has any problems starting off. This is it, folks, the beginning of the All-Star race weekend. There'll be 26 laps here in the Showdown, and there'll be 34 laps in the All-Star race itself. There is expected to be several pit stops in this race. Hopefully 2x, I set it up. And then the other race will have 3x, and it's going to put it up an interesting fight. But for now, it's the All-Star Showdown. Only the top 5 move on to the All-Star race, and there'll be 4 others from this field selected via drawing. The green flag is out, and the All-Star Showdown from M&M Super Speedway is underway. Already, right off the bat, we see 3 wide racing. 5 spots still undecided. And it's for 5 spots. Mason Wood has taken the lead away. And then here comes Dylan Young. A 3 wide battle for the lead. Leia not off to a great start though, but hopefully she'll pick it up soon. Sosnowski in the wall. That wall is dangerous, by the way. And Wood is in the wall, far wide. Dylan Young spins, and the big one happens in the first lap. Wow, big wreck happened. And who led to the line? It was Rod Houston. They say Rod Houston led. Wow. What a way to start off the All-Star Showdown with a huge wreck. My goodness. I came out of nowhere, to be honest with you. Here it is again. Chris Harley and Dylan Young. They clipped together, and the rest was, it just got bigger from there. Look at that. Harley flips over. Navarro flips. Gucci is spun, and a lot of them, no one could escape from the wreck. Navarro and Harley slid to pit road, and Yitzhak had to go to pit road to avoid all the wreck. When all is said and done, there might be very few drivers in contention for spots now. My goodness. And Rod Houston, the lucky man, as he got through that wreck. He got through the wreck as the leader. And let's see how many retired. There was a lot. And pit stops were in effect. Rod Houston pitted. And guess who's the leader now? Daniel Day will be the new leader. They took pit stops already. Jacob Lawler, Makoto Iguchi, John McNamara, Chris Harley are done for the day, and they'll have to go in the drawing for some spots. This isn't like a, by the way, this is also not like a regular caution. Regular cautions last they last only 2 caution laps. Yeah, I'm not kidding, only 2 caution laps here at M&M, so we're going to get to racing right now. Very few are in contention unless something weird happens with the top 5 drivers. Right now it is Daniel Day, Alan Smith, Mason Wood, Alex Ragow, and Marshall Rich in the top 5. Still competitive though. We are still in the competitive zone. Four-wide battle for the 3rd spot. This could also determine who's going to get 5th. Day's losing a little grip. He's dropping back. The 4th wall is one to be careful with, and some others just got out of pit road. But we have another caution. Just like that, Ragow the leader. And there was a spin, I think, around at this point. Let's see. Who spun out? Oh, wow. I think I know who. Nick Parasols was the next victim, I think. Yeah, he was the next victim. 4 wide behind them. They were racing for that final 5th spot, and then Wood and the 2 gets clipped by the 15, and both spin out. Wood tries to save his car from going into pit road so he couldn't serve the drive-through. But he just could not, and instead he had to go into pit road to avoid it. So a much tamer wreck from what we saw before, but nevertheless, it brought out the caution. And like I said, this takes only 2 to 3 caution laps. That's something you'd only see in a road course, but this isn't really a road course. This is a super speedway. And Ragow is pitting, Smith is pitting, Navarro's pitting, Ferguson's pitting, others are pitting too. And that's going to give the lead over to Gene Sanford. That probably means that everyone will make it at least into 1 gallon. That depends. Smith, I think, might have been done. Michelle Samedi, down 2 laps, now is down 2 laps down. So here we go. We're going to get back under green. It's still 20 laps to go. Race is pitting before the green flag. Rich was pitting before the green flag. He was 3rd. Now he'll have to drop back and work his way up again. The green is out. Gene Sanford, Colin McNaught, Daniel Day, John Raddick, and Kyle Beck are now in the top 5. Still anybody's race. It could still be a surprise left. We'll see. Now they gotta worry maybe about lap cars, if lap cars will be a factor at all in this race. Four wide for the lead already, and Colin McNaught down on the wall. Be careful, McNaught. Oh, and a spin by Rod Houston. Houston spins. Yet another caution, and the leader is going to be Zach Robinson by inches. Wow, as if we can't avoid, as if no one is safe from the wrecks. Nobody is safe at this point. Oh my goodness. There you see McNaught hitting the wall, and then Rod Houston clips him and he spins out below pit road. A tough break for Rod Houston. He was running well. Oh, and he missed pit road too, and he hits hard into the wall. Wow, what a hard hit by Rod Houston. Here he is trying to avoid it. Oh my goodness. Hit the candy cane. He hit the candy cane back there. Wow, that's gotta hurt. So a lot of 3 cautions so far, and wow. Sanford and Day are pitting, and so is McNaught. Robinson's still the leader though. He's decided to stay out for a while. Devin Whitston and Rod Houston are retired. And as for Michelle Samedi and Mark Matthews, they're also 2 laps down. Don't know if they're going to get back under power. And they think they are. Yeah, they're going to get back under power. Lap 10, folks. 17 to go. Here we go. We're going to get back under green. 17 to go at the Showdown. Well, imagine what would this be like in the other race. It would be calamity up the ante. Well, it's going to be a last man standing race. Right now it's Zach Robinson, John Radican, Kyle Beck, Jacob Lawler, and Stephen Pollard III in top 5. Luke Walker, though, is trying to get in the 5th spot. He just passed Zach Robinson. Now, Mark Matthews, he has not gone out of pit road. Something is wrong with the 6 in his stall, too. Pretty mixed up, folks, so. 16 to go. Everyone's just trying to avoid the dreaded 4th wall. And they get around. We're going to finally have a green flag lap. A green flag run. 4 wide, and this is for the 5th and final spot. Robinson might lose it to Charles Roberts. It's a tough battle for that 5th final transfer spot. Lawler hitting the wall. Luke Walker is going to put him into the danger zone, and Roberts easily will make the move, but Roberts wants more. 4 wide for the final spot, and Zach Robinson has the advantage. And we're finally have reached almost, I think we've reached almost halfway at this point. It's going to be a race of guts now. Still, we're concentrating on this final battle for the 5th and final transfer spot. Charles Robertson, Alan Smith, John Raddick, and Gene Sanford all trying to make it in. Top 10 is really crowded at this point. But will any of them have a shot to win it? Have a shot to make it in? Oh, and now 525's in the wall. A little bit into the wall. We are going for 14 to go. Robinson, a comfortable lead, but it's probably not going to last. It's definitely not going to last. As Robinson's still leading. 33, still in the 2nd spot now. And now 5th, Roberts trying desperately to guard it. He's going to lose a ton of spots as Radican tries to zoom in. And a 34 wide battle. Moeller trying to get in the top 5. 4 wide for the lead. How about that? Oh, Robinson hits the wall. He loses it to Ragow. Or is it Smith? I think, no, it's Alan Smith leading it to the line. Smith started in last place. Alan Smith started in last place. And now he's up to the lead. What a comeback for Smith. It would be really beneficial if he made it to the top 5. That'd be a miracle. Since, you know, Smith did start on the very last spot. Gene Sanford going for that second spot. John Radigan trying to battle for it as well. And there you see Daniel Day hitting the wall 4 wide. Here we go, 12 to go here. A dozen laps are left in the showdown. Still anybody's race. Surprised we had a big wreck before, and very shockingly, well, not much has changed. They're still racing hard as if they're going for the championship. Yeah, they're racing as they were going for the championship. This is just to be in the All-Star race alone. But nevertheless, it's been a grueling race throughout. Oh, Sanford in the wall with 11 to go here, and M&M's still a big race still a fast race to the finish. Alone just for the 5th and final spot. They're 4 wide for 5th. Now they're 4 wide for 2nd. This happens though, all 4 of them would have gone in, but Charles Roberts the leader now. It's going to be a race to the stripe. Oh my goodness, this is close to the end, folks. 10 to go at M&M's. Don't know if they're going to approach lapped cars. The closest they'd probably approach is Dylan Young. Got him. 10 laps to go. Roberts still leading. Might not be long though. John Radigan and Alex Ragow on his tail. Or should I say Dragon's tail. Here comes Alex Ragow. And it's still a battle for now a battle for the lead. And they're approaching Dylan Young quick. Here they come. It's a 3 wide battle with 8 to go. 8 laps to go. 3 wide. Roberts in the wall. Still a battle, folks. 8 to go. It's gonna get close. It's real close now. Smith now in 2nd. And now he's the leader. Marshall Rich led that lap. But Gene Sanford going for it. 3 wide battle. Smith hits the wall. And here comes Ragow. Ragow battling for position. And here they come. 79 going for it. Can they do it? It's a big battle for the stripe, and the 60 is going to drop back and hit the wall a bit, losing a ton of grip. 8 to go. Remember, we get a caution. We only have 2 caution laps, not 5. So it's still, even if the caution came out with 4 to go, we may still have at least 1 more lap to race in. But Cimetti, now the lead is separate a bit. Michelle Cimetti hanging on, but Alan Smith trying to come back. And this is for the 5th and final spot. It's between Navarro and Kyle Beck. And now it's between the 3. 7 to go here. At M&M's, and several drivers pitting. Oh, a spin! Yep, a spin! There's Ragow and Daniel Day around, just as they approach pit road. Tough break for Alex Ragow. He was going to be in the top 5, and then on trying to get pit road, trying to get in, it failed. And here's what happened. Colin McNaught spins the 25. He tried to save it, but he meets with Daniel Day, and they both spin. They were both running within the top 10. They would have been in contention. Wow, tough break for these guys. And could be good news for Mason Wood, Parasols, and the others. They have a chance. And it's definitely good news for the leaders because they now don't have to. They're now not going to be close to those lap cars. Smith's pitting though. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Must have given away a little bit. Sorry. Smith's pitting though. He is pitting and he might not come out. And we're going to get back under green here. I've already had a little bit of it just ran through, but nevertheless, it's still a race to the finish. And Roberts and Yitzhong pitting. And I don't know if this strategy is going to work. We'll see. As we have Marshall Race, Luke Walker, Nick Parasols, Jacob Lawler, and Zach Robinson in the top 5. Luke Walker going for the lead as he's got it away. And let's look back in the 5th and final spot. Right now it's occupied by Jacob Lawler. Ken Ferguson is going to need a miracle to make a move. But Radican trying to close in. Luke Walker still out with 4 laps to go. His Pichu is already in from TA2. This year TA2 does not have a guarantee spot in the All-Star race. So they'll have to work their way up. And Leia's going to have to get lucky in the drawing this year. 4 to go at M&M's, and he hit the wall. He lost a bit of grip, and Marshall Rich takes the lead. 4-wide battle for 5th, but Ferguson's going to lose grip. Here comes Nick Parasols. Parasols trying to get the 5th and final spot. Right now it's Luke Walker and John Radican battling for 5th. That final transfer spot. 3 to go at M&M's. It's a 3-wide battle for the win now. Grace is pitting, and that's going to give the lead over to Jacob Lawler. Jacob Lawler the lead with 3 to go. Samedi and Luke Walker are lapped down, so they're not a factor, but they could really set up the top 5. These guys are desperately trying to pass the lap cars. Lawler hits the wall. John Radican takes the lead. They're approaching the lap car. Charles Roberts. Will they approach him in time? John Radican, he's still the leader. It's still all about the 5 spots. Nick Parasols and Scott Ferguson battling for the lead with 2 to go in M&M Super Speedway. Samedi is a lap down, so she isn't the leader. And Luke Walker is also a lap down, not in the top 5. Here comes Parasols Navarro trying to get the 5th and final to get the lead. And it's a 4-wide battle for the spot. But Luke Walker trying to hog the bottom line. It could be trouble for the ones that need it. This is all the race to the stripe. Robinson and Jacob Lawler joining on the mix. They're already set up the top 5. We already have it set up, but nevertheless, we're going to still get the white flag. 1 lap to go for these drivers to get in. And who will be the leader of the white flag? Angel Navarro. Here we go. White flag is out. And Robinson going on the bottom for the lead. Navarro held up by Luke Walker. That could be costly. And they got the lead away, Robinson. Now he's got to worry about Navarro and see if he can pass. And 5th and final go to Radican. Here comes Kyle Beck. We haven't talked about him all day. Will he make the move? Here he goes, the final turn. Robinson on the high side, but no one's going to catch him in time. And Zach Robinson will win the All-Star Showdown, and the final spot goes to Nick Parasols. Nick Parasols gets the 5th and final transfer spot. What a race, folks. What a race. Nick Parasol's the final spot, beating out Kyle Beck. And he was so close, but no cigar, though, so tough break for the 20 machine. But Nick Parasols is overjoyed. He just made the All-Star race. So Zach Robinson will try to become the second driver in a row to win both the Showdown and the All-Star race. Interexpo did that achievement last year. Jacob Lawler will be second. Angel Navarro will be third. John Radican fourth. And Nick Parasols, I mentioned, was fifth. Kyle Beck, Scott Ferguson, Rohit Vedarbu, Kyle Sosnowski, and Colin McNaught just missed it. But they do get a top 10 finish here in the Showdown. A little congratulatory bump from Luke Walker, though, right there, as you see. And here are the drivers, the rest of the field below. And now it's the All-Star drawing, where the drivers 6 and below will have to get lucky and have their number called for the final 4 spots in the drawing. Here we go. Alrighty guys, this is the moment you've been waiting for, the All-Star drawing. Now, and these are the drivers already, as you see on the left, they're the drivers already in the All-Star race. These 10 here, or 11 here, are either in the top 10 in the standings, or have our defending champion, quote Tim Freilich. That's how he got in. The 5 Invity drivers I mentioned earlier, and then there's the 5 Showdown drivers that made it in the top 5. Zach Robinson, Jacob Lawler, Angel Navarro, John Radican, and Nick Parasols. Those are the 5 that made it in. So here are the drivers in the drawing for the 4 and final spots. The 2 Mason Wood, the 3 Luke Walker, the 4 George Rourke, the 6 Mark Matthews, the 7 Kyle Sosnowski, the 8 Daniel Day, the 10 Leah Walker, the 11 John McNamara, the 12 Rod Houston, the 14 Rohit Vedarbu, the 19 David Rochester, the 20 Kyle Beck, the 25 Alex Ragow, the 32 Dylan Young, the 33 Alan Smith, the 34 Scott Ferguson, the 40 Colin McNaught, the 43 Marshall Rich, the 54 Charles Roberts, the 60 Gene Sanford, the 66 Devin Whitston, the 70 Chris Harley, the 77 Michelle Samedi, and the 79 Michelle Samedi, 77 Makoto Iguchi. And 100 will be represented by Stephen Polar III, even though he rides a 00. The reason is I couldn't do the 00 double 1 thing in the generator. I can do it maximum 1, exact 1, and to whatever maximum it is. And it's going to be 1 to 101. So if the number 100 pops up, then Stephen Polar III gets a spot in the Showdown, in the race, in the All-Star race. And same goes for Sarah Yitzong, except if the number 101 pops up, then Sarah Yitzong gets a spot into the All-Star race. So that's how it will go. So I'm going to generate numbers here. The 4 numbers that pop up from this list that'll pop up in the generator. The first 4 will get the spots in the All-Star race. So, and if we have a number that's not on the list, we'll just keep going until we get the exact number of one of these 4. So anyway, let's begin. The first spot in the All-Star race is going to number 69. We don't have a 69. Let's move on. Next number up, number 31. We don't have a 31 on this list, so let's move on again. Number 68. Yet again, we don't have a 68. Let's move on. Number 85. We don't even have the highest number we have is 79 on the drawing, so we're moving on. Number 30, and we don't have a 30 on the list. That's going to be tough, so here we go. 79. We have a 79 on the list, and that is Michelle Samedi. So Michelle Samedi is going to get the first drawing spot. The first spot from the drawing in the All-Star race. So just 3 more left, folks. Just 3 more spots are left. Next number up, number 12. That is Rod Houston. Rod Houston's getting a spot in the All-Star race. So 2 in a row we had the numbers from the list. So Let's see who will get the third spot. Number 40, and that is Colin McNaught. Colin McNaught is in the All-Star race. And now we have one more spot left. One more spot. Here we go. Let's see what who will get the final All-Star spot. Number 90. We don't have a 90. Here we go. Let's go again. Number 64. We have a 54, but it's 64 on the generator. We don't have a 64, so we're moving on. But we have a 70, and the final spot is going to Chris Harley. So Michelle Samedi, Rod Houston, Colin McNaught, and Chris Harley are in the All-Star race from drawing. So, and Chris Harley officially gets the final All-Star spot in the drawing. So that now makes it 25 drivers. And for these drivers that didn't get their numbers called up, better luck next time. So anyway, thank you for watching, and we have our All-Star lineup set. So hope you guys will enjoy the All-Star race. This is the account second here, and I'll see you at M&M's.